Harper Perennial and Harper Audio present Alice Isn't Dead, a novel by Joseph Fink, performed by Jasika, Nicole. To Meg, who took this road trip with me, and to Jasika and John, who made it possible for me to share it. This isn't a story. It's a road trip. Part 1. Thistle. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because the dead return. Because light reverses. Because the sky is a gap. Because it's a shout. Because light reverses. Because the dead return. Because footsteps in the basement. Because footsteps on the roof. Because the sky is a shout. Because it's a gap. Because the grass doesn't grow, or grows too much, or grows wrong, because the dead return, because the dead return. One. Keisha Taylor settled back into the booth and tried to enjoy her turkey club. The turkey club did not make this easy. A diner attached to a gas station a couple hours outside of Bismarck. A grassy place between towns. Keisha's main criteria for choosing the diner had been ample parking for her truck. Once upon a time, people chose food based on the season or the migration patterns of animals. She selected her meals based on the parking situation. Her difficult relationship with what the menu called the chef's special club was made more complicated by a patron in the booth adjacent to hers. The man was eating an omelet, scooping big chunks of egg with long, grease-stained fingers and shoving them into his mouth, each bite followed by a low grunt. He was a large man, with a face that sagged on one side, a lump on the top of his shoulder, and a long fold of extra skin hanging from one arm. His clothes were filthy, and she could smell him from where she sat. He smelled like rot. Not bad, exactly, but earthy, like fruit disintegrating into soil. His dirty yellow polo shirt had the word thistle on it. He was staring at Keisha with eyes that went yellow at the edges. He chewed with his mouth open, and his teeth and food were both a dull yellow. Keisha did her best to look anywhere else. At the crowd of bystanders behind the on-location reporter on the muted televisions, a crowd she reflexively scanned for a familiar face, or the bathroom door as the cook took his third visit since she had arrived. At a van driving by on the highway with a cartoon logo of chickens and the name Praxis in bubble font. But the man's grunts were insistent, and soon she couldn't look anywhere else. And then, to her horror, he got up, omelet hanging from his lips, and limped toward her like his legs had no muscle, mere sacks of meat attached loosely to his torso. "Doesn't look much like rain," he said, plopping himself across the table from her and licking the egg off his lips with long, wet passes of his pale tongue. The smell of damp earth got stronger. Her heart was pounding.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?